right, dude, if you're gonna put the ends on that Cat 5, you're gonna need a tool like this. You can pick this up at Lowe's. This is a Klein tool. You can get it at Sheely's as well. But it has two spots, one for the 8-pin and one for the 6-pin. The 8-pin there is for the RG6 and RG5, RG6, which you're going to be running. And then the 6-pin is for phone on the right. But what you want to do is you want to grab your end here, and you want to strip this back about 1 inch, and that'll give you plenty of room to work with. So once you strip that back about 1 inch, bear with me 1 second here, hang on. I'm still here. I know you're looking at the thing, but I can't hold the phone, and I'm just going to strip this back here real quick. Okay, there we go. All right, so I've stripped back that about 1 inch. On the inside, there's pairs of wires. There's orange and white. There's blue with blue and white. I'm going to flip that down there. There's green with green and white, and then there's brown and brown and white, so 8 pins. What you want to do is separate those out, and then you're going to cut this plastic piece off, that center piece, because you want it out of the way, and cut that string out of the way as well. That string's there to help when you're pulling wire. It helps keep the wire together, and also it helps to peel back wire. But once you've got these all separated, you're going to untwist the pairs, straighten them out as best you can, and then you're going to put them in this order. You're going to do you're going to do orange and white first on the far left. Okay, so let me get this separated. You're going to orange and red on the far left. Then you're going to put orange next to it. Okay. Then you're going to do green and white. You may want to write this down. Green and white next on to the right of it. And then you're going to do blue, and then blue and white, and then green, and then brown and white, and then brown. I'll straighten this out and send a second video and show you what it looks like. And what you're going to do is you're going to take those, you're going to straighten them out as best you can. And I use a pair of scissors to cut the top of those so that they're all flush. Because once you start twisting these around, you're going to find that they come out to different lengths because they're the way they're just set in this cable. But you're going to flatten the top out. And then what you do is you slide those in. Okay, so the clip is on the, you're going to put that on the bottom. So you're going to start with your orange and white on the left. You're going to and you're going to have all 8 of them at the same time. You're going to slide them all up in there, and each one goes inside of a little channel in here. And you want them to butt all the way up to the end, the very tip here, because there's little metal pieces that you're going to that push down and penetrate that sheathing on those each one of those wires. But once you get those slid in there, and you get your tool and you open it up and you slide this with that wire stuck in there, and you crimp this down until it clicks, I think 2 times. You'll hear it go click, click, and then once it's ready to be released, then you know you've got a good bite. So I'll send you a second video and show you what those wires look like when we get ready to push those in. Hope this helps. Okay, so after much finagling, I have from left to right, orange and white orange, green and white. Let me find something here. Here we go. Orange and white orange, green and white blue, blue and white green, and then it should be brown and white. This thing's got twisted. There we go. Brown and white and brown. So now what I'm going to do is once I'm done straightening these up, I'm going to take my pair of scissors and I am going to cut a straight line across there just like that to clean that all up. And now what I do next is I now have this fitting here. Again, the clip goes on the bottom, and I'm going to slide these while keeping pressure on it, and I slide those in just like that. And if you look, that wire, focus, there we go, that wire goes all the way to the tip inside there. And then I take my tool and put the wire in, and you'll hear this. Maybe you won't hear that, but it clipped twice. What that does is that pushes all those pins down into the wire. There's little teeth, pushes them in the wire, and then you're good to go. You got yourself a nice factory type fitting. Hope that helps.